Before we continue with our service, the PSNI have asked me to announce that there is a child that is missing. His name is, and his mum is up here beside the tree. If you find him or you know where he is, would you please get him directed to there? As you would know, his parents are quite anxious at this moment. Thank you.
Tonight's friends and bands folk, it is wonderful to be back here in the setting of Scarva and to have this wonderful day of pageantry, celebration and thanks to Almighty God. But I suppose, if I was honest, if you're reflecting on this, my second year now in office, what has changed since the last time we met here? Our world has moved on at a very fast changing pace, sometimes beyond our understanding. If that is how you are thinking today, if the speed with which our world moves on from one issue to the next, with little or no regard for the centuries of stability and understanding, then come with me. Let us examine these resolutions that have been presented by the Royal Black Institution today. The first resolution, as we were reminded by Sir Knight Scott, deals with matters of faith and quite rightly directs us to study God's holy word on a regular basis. Why bother? I hear you cry. So that's all old, historical, dry material with little or no relevance for the modern multicultural society in which we live today. Well, my friends, you might be surprised, and then you might not, if I were to tell you that God's word is the most up-to-date word, the most up-to-date book that you can read today. How can you say that? Well, quite simply, God has seen it all before. Are we any different from those wandering Israelites that poor Moses had to contend with in the desert for 40 years? We moan and groan about our lot, so did they. We want to live our own way, so did they. We want to turn what we know is right and true upside down into something of half-truths and downright lies. Well, so did they. We want to be governed by anyone. We don't want anyone to tell us what to do. We want to do our own thing. Well, so did they. What an ungrateful nation of people. They simply forgot what God had done for them. Very quickly decided they could do without this God controlling their lives. They wanted to break free. But their idea of freedom was slavery. What a picture that sets before us today. We too are a people who want to break free, who want to be controlled by ourselves and not by God. But yet, that which we crave for will quickly enslave us as the devil himself works within our hearts and within our lives. Simply put, without God in our lives, we will end up being slaves to sin itself. So let's be wise. Let's take on board what Sir Knight Fraser has encouraged us to do today. Let's set aside this sin that so easily besets us and make that decision to return to Christ and follow him. That is what our first resolution demands of us today. Will you come?